Welcome to this daily recap for June 3rd, 2020. My name is Bart. This is presented as a daily recap for Professional Futures Group. Today in the chat room, as you can see posted here prior to the market opening, all the proprietary levels that we use were provided for the upside move and the downside. At the beginning of the market, since we were moving up, we continued the thought process that we would move above our continual levels that we have on the chart while being able to play them from a progression perspective. I have them marked today, my trades. As you can see, every one of the levels that are listed here on the chart were listed prior either in the upside or the down. We are going to be moving up. On the chart, if we look at it, generally what we're doing based upon the methodologies that we have is that you're either scalping or you're looking for a swing or a core trade. Because of the trend up, we're looking for longs, but at the same time too, we can take a trade on the short side. As we do that, let's look at what we have marked on the charts and what they provided for wins. The overview is you're trying to grow your account, as mentioned on another video on the YouTube channel. We're looking for a minimum of 8 points in a day so that you can progressively grow. Yes, there's a lot more to be made. So you might start out scalping and then move into core trades, but we want to look at these from that perspective. More importantly, that the levels do work that we have and that we provide. So as I start to count them up and use the measuring tool, you can see that these levels here that were provided from the previous day end up working out if you were up to take the Globex. Let's just take a look at them, and if you played them down to the next level of the price that ended up playing or the money that ended up being provided as you played into the level. So hitting this very precisely, coming down again, trying to make more. There's another winner, trend is up. You'd be at this time trying to get long here, back up to the level. There's another winner. You get the point, and now we're back up for another test of this area, back down. You could play all of this back and forth as is taught in the methodology so that you would understand. And as you add this up, it gets pretty fast and just set instead of just sitting on a trade. But more importantly today, as we come into the market, here's a new fresh level that we're coming into so that we would look to short. Generally what is taught is that we're willing to take a 5 or 6 point loss. I will use 6 points as the worst scenario and trying to take 5 points at a minimum on the trade. So we'll just stick at 5 points and see if the trades end up working out. This initial trade here never came down to 5 points, never went past 6 points. So with the opportunity for it coming up and understanding on trend, this trend here ends up being a break-even trend. What do I mean by that? Well, if you come up and you don't get taken out and you move down, you don't get to your 5 points, but you understand that you are scalping at this point and probably should get out of the trade. If we just consider this trade pulling back down and getting out, it becomes a break-even trade looking for a long. So when we get back into this level and we have another move up, trying to get our 5 points. I'll count them on this side. There's 5 points. We go back up. We get our 5 points out of the market. We are re-entering the trade again, staying with trend, moving up to get another 5 points out of the market. Here's a short that ends up losing, so we get in before the level. And on this side, I'll just count it over here. Even though it says 4 1/4, we'll say it's 6 points. And here's another short that you would take, never goes against you, ends up giving you your 5 points again on the trade. As we continually down, you can see that the levels that we use, being proprietary, stand out and work very well. Here's another entry on this trade, so moving back up, here's another 5 points on the trade. So just counting the trades today, the shaded area is the RTH cash session. If you took the attempt here and moved this and did not get taken out on your 6 points and was thinking to rotate back up, you would have made money on it, or at least down in this area, but we considered it to be a break even. Getting long here to continue with the trend, making 5 points, that's these boxes here. I would have 5 on this one, moving back up, 5 on this one. You can see you can continue it up if you think the trend's going to keep moving if you were on a swing or a core trade or leave a runner on. But from this principle, we just want to highlight that our proprietary levels that are provided to you through all of the methods that we teach end up working in a very high percentage. More than 87% of the levels end up getting a reaction. So here's the two that end up working. Here's a loser on this box. Here's another one that just gives you 5 points, which works. And here's another one that gives you 5 points that works. So in the course of the day, if each of these that we have, there would be 5, 10, 15, 20, there's 20 points made, and 6 points for a loser, you would end up being up 14 points for the day. If you were able to hold the trade and continue on, you could do that. We also teach that having 2 accounts at the same time, one for scalping and one for core trade, works out, but just from a general perspective of making money through the course of the day and playing the levels that were promoted in the beginning and posted in the chat room before the market even opened, you can see that work out very well. So this is today's daily recap. I hope that's helpful. You can reach out to us at the same time if you're interested in talking about one of our trading methods that we provide.